What's up team, welcome back. Bit of a random video this one, and this came off the back of all the guys and girls out there on every single daily over on the Instagram TheLeanMachines official asking me how it's been going. So basically, if you don't follow us on all channels, just on the YouTube channel, first of all, go and get involved on all the channels, so much going on. My missus, or my wife, has been over in Peru for the last, it's now 6 days, doing the Inca Trail as one of her retreats that she does with a load of her followers each year. And I've had Jax full-time. So it's been like full-time dad, and in total it's going to be 10 days. And the amount of people, both guys and girls, who have been asking, how's it going? What's been hard? What's been good? How are you dealing with it? Are you still able to train? How's your nutrition? And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to film it. I'm just going to film, obviously, just one day. I'm going to take you guys and girls through the basic routine as much as I possibly can. Obviously, her care and making sure that she's fed and changed and all that kind of stuff will come first before the camera, but I will just try and capture as much as I possibly can and just give you guys and girls a little bit of an insight as to how it's been going, how I've been navigating everything. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. To be honest, that's probably one of the biggest things. I don't know how my days look sometimes, because if she's in a good mood and she's great and she's chill, I'll go and have a workout. It'll be great. Anyway, so we'll start at the beginning. It's now 10:30 p.m. and I'm gonna go to bed, because the thing is, it's like tomorrow starts for me the second she wakes up. So she might wake up at 1 a.m. She might not wake up until 6, 7 o'clock. So come along for the ride. So as you can see, Jax is sleeping in her own room, which she has been since she was about 3 months old. I just keep the monitor on all night, and then if she wakes up, hopefully she doesn't tonight. Last night she woke up at around 1:30, 2 for a feed, and then she went back down all night and was fine. Night before, she woke up at like 5:30, 6, so it's a little bit sporadic and a little bit random, and I think it's a lot to do with the fact that Carly's away as well. But nighttime setup, I have muslin cloth, obviously to wipe her down if she dribbles everywhere, and also Carly was sleeping with this one for like the last 2 weeks, just to have a little bit of her scent, I guess, for Jax to feel comfortable and comforted when I feed her. I have one of her bottles set just in case she needs it, and then just a bottle of water. So I'm gonna brush my teeth and go to bed, and I will catch up with you whenever I do. So quick update, it's now 12:25, I think. That little one just decided she wanted to be fed randomly. She never really gets up or wakes up that early during the night, but tonight, apparently she did. But one thing I have noticed, which is really quite phenomenal in some ways, any time she is a little bit unsettled in the evening and she suddenly just wants this extra feed, I think about the day and I'm like, there was 3 feeds during today where she was a little bit fussy, and I got to the point where I was like, I give up, I'm not going to give you the bottle anymore. She'd have 30 mils here, 30 mils there. She just necked 150 mils like that, fell asleep on the bottle, boom, gone. It's almost like she has to just hit that quota. So I'm hoping she'll sleep all the way through now, but I need to get back to bed. Morning, update, it's now 5:30. Oh, and Jax has just woken up, which is around the normal sort of time she wakes up to feed, but she woke up in the night again to feed. So I have this little routine. Some people won't like it, but you're good. When she wakes up at around 5:30, 6, the first thing I do, rather than just going, she definitely needs feeding, I give her the bottle, give her the dummy, because I found sometimes she's not actually hungry, she just wants some form of a little comfort. I give her that, and she'll go back to sleep for another 2 or 3 hours and spit it back out after 10 minutes. Or she'll put it in for 10 minutes and then she'll spit it out and go, right, I'm still hungry. So what I do, just pop that in, then I've gone downstairs and I've made a bottle ready. So worst case scenario, she's going to start crying again in 10 minutes and I'll feed her and we'll all be good. Otherwise, she may well be asleep for the next couple of hours. So yeah, that's just one of the little tips that I've been kind of living by, because sometimes it's not just I'm starving all the time. So yeah, I'd head out of the room before I talk, let the little one sleep. So when I last got up with you, I'd just given her the dummy. She went back to sleep for about 45 minutes, and then I went and got her. So what we normally do anytime after around 5:30, if she wakes up and wants a feed, that kind of stuff, we just keep her in our room, because she's going to get up soon enough anyway. She doesn't normally always go back to sleep after that, but obviously she was a little bit unsettled last night, so she went straight back to sleep, and it was quite lovely to just wake up and just look how beautiful she is. So 7:45 now getting up, got to get ready because my parents-in-law are going to look after her for an hour while I go and get a massage, get some treatment on my shoulder, and then I'm back and hopefully I'm going to get a workout in at some point today. But she's going to need change, feed, get going, bosh. Good morning, gorgeous. Hello. Hi. You're like, what the bloody hell is that huge camera doing in my face, aren't you, hey? Hey. You sleep okay? Yeah. Yeah. Should we get up? Yeah? You're so half asleep, aren't you? Yeah. And cue the world's quickest change. Right, Daddy needs some breakfast. So while I'm making my breakfast, the funny thing is, right, we're going to bring this back to a little bit of training side of things. I'm just going to turn that down a sec. Since having Jax and John having Bobby, I've found it quite interesting that the biggest question or negotiation, you know, people are asking about in terms of the training, nutrition and all that kind of stuff that we were doing before, is how's the training been since having Jax? How have you managed to work out? How have you managed to go to the gym, this, that and the other? And the funny thing is that for me, training has always been the constant. It's not something that I've ever, you know, everyone goes into relationships with, well, hopefully they go into relationships with what they classify as non-negotiables. And something that's always been in my life is the gym. And one thing that Carly learned very early on in our relationship was that if I don't get to train, I don't get to do what I want to do in terms of that, you know, massaging that selfish part of myself that everybody has and should massage, I'm a miserable twat. So training wasn't really affected. It could be hard performance-wise when the sleep was a little bit crap and stuff like that, but it would always happen. I'll always go to the gym, and the funny thing is, the area that gets affected or got affected the most was nutrition. So short term, I found it hard. I'm just gonna wash my hands quickly. So short term, the thing was being asked enough to actually cook a meal. And when it comes to food prep, when you've got a little one, you've got short windows of time. So this morning, it's organic chicken breast with some mushrooms and some tomatoes and some spinach. That'll be breakfast, and I'll also have like an activity, a yogurt or something like that. And then my main dinners at the moment, what I've got is, you may have seen it in one of our last videos, so we have teamed up with Prep Kitchen. We're now classified as ambassadors for them, which is really, really cool because their food prep company is absolutely amazing. They just sent us some stuff out for us to try. All of their meals have the macro split and calories on the back. They're MyFitnessPal eligible as well, so you can literally just scan the barcode and they go in. So I have two different types of meal that I have. So I've got these ones, and I've also got, depending on the calories, so I have performance muscle building. These are around 600 to 700 calories a meal. And then I've also got performance fat loss. And the performance basically means they're higher protein meals, lower carbohydrate meals. I've just recently changed onto the performance fat loss because I'm now on to a little bit more of, I wouldn't say maintenance phase, but I'm trying not to build any more fat because when I go into a surplus, I tend to hold a lot more fat very quickly. And I will have one of these during the day and normally one of them in the evening. I only cook evening meals around 3 times a day, 3 times a week at the moment, purely just because, first of all, Carly's not here, so I've got no one to impress in the kitchen. And second of all I have to do is turn the oven on and whack that in. So to be completely honest, that's the main thing that I find interesting, because a lot of people ask me, they're like, oh, I really miss my training since I've had a little one. And I'm like, in order to perform effectively, to feel good, to feel nourished, to feel energized, to even do those sessions and feel like doing those sessions, it does start in the kitchen. So You know, I'm not saying go and sign up to Prep Kitchen, as much as I do absolutely rave about them and they are fantastic. It's not always on everybody's agenda or ability to be able to do that, but that's one of the biggest things that I've done that's been and made a noticeable change, a noticeable difference to my day, because the only time I'm really having to prepare meals, I'm just doing my breakfast now. I'm now not having to go, right, weigh out my breakfast, then weigh out my food prep and then cook again separately, which is what I always used to do. So yeah, let's get this in. Along with breakfast, other things on the daily, main sponsors, X Endurance, Immune Boost, which is basically a multivitamin. I also take X Endurance tabs. These are like lactic bufferers. They're absolutely brilliant. I've been taking these for about 1.5 years now. And then also the beautiful one that is omega-3 and vitamin D3. I would say to pretty much every one of my clients, for health reasons, nutrient availability in food nowadays, just to make sure that you've got enough of everything. These two, or in some cases these three, because omega-3 and vitamin D3 are sold quite separately with a lot of companies. I would say these are a very good thing to have in most people's kitchen and lifestyle every single day. So omega-3, vitamin D3, and a good decent multivit. But they're just what I take every day as well. So now, it's Jax's turn. I've always eaten breakfast with a view because she's always sat there, whether it's just me or whether Carly's here as well. So she's sat there waiting patiently, kicking away. Now gonna have her breakfast. Then I need to go get a massage. All packed up, ready to head off to Nanny and Granddad's house for an hour, aren't you? That's one thing that I find so different. So I've been pretty much preparing to leave the house for the last 10 minutes because you can't, with a little one, you can't just leave the house. You can't just go, right, where's the gym bag? Get out of the house and need to think, right, is she gonna need a feed while I'm away? Has she got nappies? Has she got wipes? It's so weird. It's been such a steep learning curve over the last 4.5 months, but massively so even more over the last 6 days since Carly's been gone. I think it's 6 days. Oh Christ, it's a week since Carly's been gone, because there's so much that we do together as a team, and I'm the only member in this team right now. So let's get you going. Right, so the massage is done. I've got back. Hello, monkey. How you doing? How are you doing? You know, what the hell is that, Dad? So, let me just flick you around. So, let's answer the question, because a lot of people are asking how it's all going, and you're only kind of seeing like a little snippet of how things are. First of all, I need to contextualize this whole subject because I work for myself. Obviously, Carly's not here for 10 days, which makes things a lot different anyway. But I think the major thing that I've really started to grasp more, obviously spending time with Jax alone, but also generally just since being a parent, is that it is doable. And just the same as I say in a relationship, there are non-negotiables. There's things that you've really got to keep for yourself. Literally this morning, right, Jax didn't have the best night for her last night. I'm horrific without sleep. Like horrific, really, really bad. And my temper is really, really short. And I literally felt this morning when I dropped her off at her grandparents', I felt relieved. I was like, I need an hour just to hit that reset button. And that's, you know, at a very small, minute level, if you don't ever do things for yourself or take a moment for yourself as a parent, in my opinion, you just get to the point where your kids will frustrate you, you get resentful of them, you start to be really negative, and it's really easy, like really, really easy. And I think just the same as with your training, it just goes to that next level of negativity where you're like, oh, I can't be asked to train, can't really be asked to eat right. You know what it's like when you put shit food in your system, you feel crap, you feel lethargic, you don't feel energized. And I think the main thing that I'm starting to realise, and I would say to anyone, regardless of whether you've got kids or not, but whether you've got priorities, things that have changed your ability to just go, fuck it, I'm going to go work out today because I want to. You know, there's other things that have to be put in place or considered before you just go, like having a child, or you're thinking about starting a family. I think for anybody out there who says they struggle to get to the gym and you've got a little family or you're a full-time parent or part-time at work or full-time at work, whatever it may well be, try to focus and give a little bit more energy to your nutrition, because To be completely honest, most of the questions that I get in relation to how we're navigating it with Jax is more in relation to, I'm not able to go to the gym because I'm a full-time mum or I'm a full-time dad, or, you know, in that kind of context. And I always say to people that it's not, the gym is such a minute thing. Like, I look at the gym as my mental health. It's like that little getaway. I obviously have performance driven goals. I want to be a better athlete, which means I need to be in the gym. But to start with, for most people who just want to lose a little bit of weight or a little bit of body fat, it's purely just a release. It's around 200 to 300 calories on average burnt per session, say, right? Whereas you can control your environment at home so much more. The things that you prepare and the things that you put in your mouth, you can control, right? And so much of us completely forget that, and we think to be healthier, it's all purely about going to the gym. It's not. That will help physical health, but mental health, nutritional health and well-being, and your physical health, it comes from the nutrition to start with. So if you're struggling, the first thing I would say is not, oh, for fuck's sake, I need to get to the gym. I would be looking at my meals and at least getting 1 meal a day out of your 3 or 4 meals that you have, that you prepare fresh and you enjoy it and it's nutrient rich. And honestly, just start there. It will make so much difference. So now, the next job is I've got to feed you, haven't I? That's why you're making noise in the background. Feed her, then feed myself, and then we'll keep going. So now, it's the evening routine. I've just had my bath. It's now Jax's turn. She's just up here listening to music. So we do exactly the same thing every night. Obviously, we're normally together. She has a bath. She has this little light tail, so she watches all the stars and stuff, and then a few little toys. This is her little bath, because the thing is, it's like, it needs to be deep enough, and if trying to fill this up, it's just ridiculous amount of water to fill it up. So we got this one from Stocker, and it's so handy because you can fold it. It's just rubber. You can fold it down and it goes as thin as like about 10 pieces of A4 paper to be precise, and then you can just put it in a suitcase. So here she is, this little monkey. Hello. She has our music playlist, which is called Labour Playlist, which we were going to have when this little one was being born. So get her ready and get her in the bath. In and out my life. Bath done. Next, we'll use some of this, which is just basic body oil. Just a calming one, to give her a little bit of a massage. I'm not going to put that on camera because she's completely naked and I don't want everyone seeing my naked daughter on the internet. So a quick massage, and then she goes into, every night, one of these, which is called the Love to Dream. You might have seen it right at the start where it looked like she had little wing ears, arms. Alright Jax, give me 2 seconds. She goes in one of these and then we'll take her down to feed. But I'm going to go because she knows that she's getting a massage right now. She's pretty angry about waiting. Here we go, a little butterfly, ready for a nighttime feed before bed. Aren't you gorgeous, hey? Come on, let's go. And there we have it. She is now officially in bed. So, a little update of the routine there. It was, God, bath, massage, sleep suit, feed. She always gets a little rock. Then what you didn't see, because I took her up, she was asleep. Every time I put her in bed, whether she's asleep or a little bit unsettled, like stirry, she'll get about a 5 or 10 minute stroke on the top of the forehead. I know it sounds really weird, but it just really soothes her and sends her off. Might have to pop up and down every now and again over the next hour just to kind of soothe her. But that should be it. She should be done. So yeah, bit of a weird vlog for me to do this one today, but so many people have been asking. It's almost anything like, you know, first of all, anybody who is a single parent out there, full-time mum or full-time dad all the time, major respect, because I'm only doing this over 10 days and it is hard. You know, physically, you know, Jax is easy in the grand scheme of things. She's an easy baby in my opinion. I don't know what all babies are like, but I don't classify her as physically hard. She doesn't melt down all the time. She can be a little restless or whatever, but she, overall, I classify her as an amazing kid. But it's that mental strain. It is tiring. So any parents out there, make sure that you do take time to do things for yourself. You know, ask for help. I'm a very proud person. I find it hard to ask other people to help, but just not having Jax for an hour and being completely mentally free is amazing. So yeah, any other questions, give me a shout. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you like the vlog.